Hey everyone. Sorry. Uh Not walking the puppers right now. I tried that earlier. It's really windy out and even with the microphone it just shut all the audio off when the wind really got strong. So you couldn't hear anything I said. So I wanted to redo this because I think it's kind of important. Anyways, wanted to talk to you about your contract, especially your contract with your builder. We all know that contracts are generally more one-sided than uh, than for both. They're supposed to be meant to protect both parties. A contract that is equally good for both parties and equally holds both parties accountable for everything that happens and shares responsibilities and stuff. That's your perfect contract. There is no such thing. But the reason I'm doing this is because I saw a post this morning on Facebook, somebody asking about they were looking at their builder's contract and they don't see anything with a final walkthrough or home inspection where they would like to get in their own professional home inspector to look at it. And the other thing was there's no timelines or there's no set timelines, no accountability for time. So let me address both real quick. First off, the inspections. If you're not doing inspections all the way through at certain times, foundation, end of framing, end of rough-in, end of insulation, end of finish, and then final walkthrough, you don't need a final inspection because now all the problems that you could have found aren't there. So make sure that if you're going to do that, ask them about having your own having a home inspector go through at certain times where you can find things. The foundation, so that you know that everything's set the way it's supposed to be. The framing, because you need to know that the framing is correct. The rough-ins, because you need to know that nobody screwed up any of the framing while they were roughing everything in. And then the finish is usually once they have the drywall up, ready to go. They're getting ready to start painting, what the floorings looks like, stuff like that. Those are areas where you want to have your inspections anyways. Your final walkthrough is to find things like nicks in the paint, maybe molding that maybe the person putting in the molding didn't realize in that one corner that they forgot to put caulk or they forgot to finish it or what have you. Little things like that is what the final walkthrough should be, not finding major issues. That should be done throughout construction. So that should be talked about for the contract. Talk that with your contractor. Let them know what you want. Let's talk about timeline. Construction it's a fickle lady. You're not going to get a set timeline, especially with a custom build. There is no set timeline. They could start digging the hole today, and 5 days of rain will stop them from being able to pour the footers for 10 days. Depending on how quickly they can get water out or how quickly things dry. And then suddenly you're 10 days behind at no fault of the contractor. He can't hold the weather back. They might be starting framing tomorrow and the subcontractor for framing calls them up and says, look, 4 of my guys just went down, got sick. I don't have a crew. I can't start until they come back, which probably be another 4 or 5 days, or even 3 days. Still, it delays your construction build. These are things a contractor cannot even figure out in the future. So he'll give you a timeline. This is the timeline. I'm sorry. This is the timeline that your house will be built within, if everything works out. Your best bet is to ask them to look at their schedule, see what the schedule is for everything. Again, make sure that they have an actual schedule. I've covered this before in the 10 questions you want to ask your contractor. But then tell them that you want weekly updates. Even if nothing happens, you want either oral, the best ones are text or email, but even an oral update. Give me a phone call on Friday afternoon saying, hey, this is so-and-so from company so-and-so. This week, we did the framing. We got most of the walls up. The rest of them will come up next week. We're on schedule, or we're half a day behind schedule, or we're a full day ahead of schedule, or whatever. Or if nothing happened, hey, this is so and so. Just want to let you know that nothing happened this week. The schedule shows this, whatever. This is the reason, and we'll be back at it Monday or whenever. You should be getting communication every week, no matter what, especially on a custom build, and especially if you're building from out of state or out of the area. You should be getting that. That should be in the contract, and I would hold to it. I would not allow them to do anything less than once a week. That's just that's the way it should be. And I cover that even in those videos where I talk about the 10 questions. That's one of them. So at this point, you guys really need to understand that your contract is going to favor the contractor. But it's up to you to look it over, go through it, and negotiate things in there. Anyways, that's everything. Go ahead to my website, DennisFletcherDesignStudio.com. If you're getting ready to consider buying land or building a house, contact me. Get me on your schedule to do a free consult. Let's see what we can do. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you share this with others. Have a great day, everyone.